took everything, my life, my daughter. I'll take everything from them.
3 months after Adeze's death, Amuna was dying. Ikenna woke to his wife screaming. She stood rigid in their bedroom, eyes rolled back white, speaking in a voice that wasn't hers, Adeze's voice. "Brother, did you sleep well? I haven't slept in 3 months. The dead don't sleep. We only remember. We only feel. We only hurt." His wife's body jerked like a puppet, neck twisting unnaturally. "Do you know what stones feel like breaking your bones? Watching your daughter's face as they drag you away to die." His wife collapsed. When she woke, her hair had turned completely white. By nightfall, she had wasted to half her size, the jealousy that poisoned her heart now consuming her flesh. In the corner, a shadow moved. Adeze's spirit manifested, translucent and weeping. "Watch her fade," she whispered through her tears. "Watch her suffer like I suffered. Like my daughter suffered without her mother. You don't get to look away this time, brother." The Udi River didn't just dry up, it died screaming. Women found the riverbed filled with blood-red mud that bubbled and hissed. Shapes formed in the mud, faces, dozens of them, all wearing Adeze's features, all silently screaming. Every woman who had thrown stones felt it simultaneously, a tearing in their wombs. 5 pregnant women collapsed, losing their babies. Others knew with inexplicable certainty they would never conceive again. Crops rotted black overnight. Livestock refused to eat. Wells turned bitter. And everywhere, people saw her, standing in doorways, sitting at empty tables, cradling phantom babies and weeping with a sound that drove men mad. Chief Okonkwo tried everything. Priests, sacrifices, rituals, all failed. The most powerful dibia in the region cast his shells and shook with fear. Her pain has torn a hole between the living and the dead. She's trapped between both worlds, unable to rest. And she's taking your village with her. That night, Chief Okonkwo woke to find every wall covered in blood-written words. "You took my daughter. You took my life. Now I take everything." His second son went mad. His daughter stopped speaking, eyes vacant. His wives fought with unnatural hatred. His wealth turned to ash and rot. But he couldn't die. When he tried to hang himself, the rope snapped. Poison made him vomit. And Adeze's voice whispered, "You don't get to escape. You get to watch everything burn." The curse spread like wildfire. Elder Obi's legs only worked backward, he could only walk away from where he wanted to go. Elder Nwosu's voice became a pig's squeal. Women who mocked her aged decades overnight. 2 months in, Obinna, the chief's aide, broke. He gathered the village and confessed everything. How Chief Okonkwo ordered him to frame Adeze. How they killed the goats themselves. How it was all to silence a woman who questioned where the money went. "She was innocent," he screamed. "We murdered an innocent woman and..." His body seized, arching impossibly. From his mouth came Adeze's voice, loud enough to shake the earth. "Innocent. I was a mother, a teacher, your neighbor. And you killed me for asking questions. For being a woman who wouldn't be silent." The voice faded, replaced by sobbing. Adeze's spirit manifested in the square, on her knees, weeping. "I just wanted to live," she cried, her voice shattering with pain. "I just wanted to raise my daughter. Why wasn't I allowed even that?" She looked at the sky, translucent tears streaming. "Chioma, I can't reach you. I can't hold you. I'm trapped in this agony, and I can't stop hurting them because maybe if I destroy enough, this pain will finally end." Her scream shattered every window in the village, made ears bleed. The curse had created a barrier, the guilty couldn't leave. They were trapped with her pain, her vengeance. Ikenna went to her unmarked grave in the forest. "Adeeze, take my life instead. Kill me. But please, spare my family." The earth moved. Soil shifted, forming a hand reaching up. An earth figure emerged, Adeeze formed of grave dirt and roots, eyes hollow voids weeping mud. "Spare your family." Her voice was coffin lids closing. "Did you spare mine? Did you spare Chioma when you sent her away? I'll bring her back. Just tell me what you want." The figure leaned close, smelling of death. I want to hold my daughter, braid her hair, watch her grow. Can you give me back those years? I can't. Then you give me nothing. The figure exploded back into earth. Something broke inside Ikenna, not his body, but his mind. He would live, but never be whole again. That same night, 200 miles away, old Chioma woke from another nightmare. She'd been dreaming of her mother for months, the woman with kind eyes calling her home. She found her aunt Nkairu in the kitchen. I have to go to Amuna. Mama is calling me. No. That place is cursed. My mother is the curse, isn't she? Chioma's eyes held terrible understanding. They did something to her. Something awful. And now she's suffering. I can feel it, Auntie. I can feel her pain like it's my own. She needs me. Aunt Nkairu saw the determination in the child's face, the same fierce strength her mother had. There was no stopping her. Then I'm coming with you. 2 days later, they arrived at Amuna's border just as dawn broke. The moment Chioma stepped into the village, everything stopped. The wind died. Birds went silent. And every person cursed by Adaeze felt it, a shift in the air, like the world holding its breath. Chioma walked through the ruined village, past dried riverbeds and rotted crops, past hollow-eyed people who stared at her with a mixture of hope and terror. She walked straight to the village square, to the spot where her mother had died. She knelt and placed her small hand on the red earth. Mama, she called softly. I'm here. Your Chioma is here. The temperature plummeted. Mist rolled in from nowhere. And then she appeared, Adaeze's spirit, more solid than she'd ever been, standing before her daughter with tears streaming down her translucent face. Chioma. The name came out as a sob. My baby. My heart. You came. I came, Mama. Tears rolled down the child's face. I came home to you. The entire village gathered, unable to look away as mother and daughter faced each other across the divide between life and death. Adaeze knelt before her child, her spirit form flickering with emotion. They took you from me. Took everything. And I became a monster. Look what I've done. Look what my pain made me do. You're not a monster, Mama. Chioma reached out, and impossibly, miraculously, her hand didn't pass through. She touched her mother's face, and both gasped as the connection solidified. You're hurt. They hurt you so badly. But I'm here now. I'm here. Adaeze's sobs shook the earth itself. I wanted to watch you grow. Braid your hair. Teach you to read. See you become a woman. They stole that from us. They stole everything. I know, Mama. I know. Chioma's voice was steady, wise beyond her years. But I'm not gone. I'm right here. I remember you. I remember your love. They couldn't take that away. They couldn't kill what we had. Chief Okonkwo stepped forward, his voice breaking. We were wrong. We were so wrong. Forgive us. Please. Adaeze's head snapped toward him, eyes blazing. Forgive. Her voice resonated with supernatural power. You framed me. Murdered me. Orphaned my child. You want forgiveness. Mama. Chioma's small hand squeezed tighter. Look at me. Not them. Me. Adaeze turned back to her daughter, and the rage flickered, replaced by anguish. I love you so much, she whispered. So much it wouldn't let me die. So much it turned me into this thing of vengeance and pain. I couldn't let go because letting go meant leaving you forever. You never left me, Chioma said, tears streaming. You were always with me. In my dreams. In my heart. And now you can rest, Mama. You can finally rest. Because I know the truth. Everyone knows the truth. They can never deny what they did. And I'll make sure no one ever forgets. Adaeze looked at the gathered villagers, at Chief Okonkwo broken and powerless, at Ikenna destroyed by guilt, at the elders twisted by their own crimes, at the women who had lost everything. She had taken from them what they took from her. The scales were balanced in blood and tears and suffering. But her daughter's hand in hers, warm, alive, real, that was worth more than all the vengeance in the world. I'm so tired, Adaeze whispered. So tired of the pain. Of the anger. I just want peace, Mama. You want peace. Chioma pulled her mother close, and impossibly, Adaeze felt solid, felt real, felt the warmth of her daughter's embrace for the first time in months. Let go. I'm safe. I'm loved. Aunt Nkairu took care of me. And I'll carry your story, your truth, your love with me always. You can rest now. You can finally rest. Light began to emanate from where they touched, warm, golden, beautiful. Adaeze's form began to glow, the darkness and rage burning away, leaving only the woman she'd been, kind, strong, loving. Thank you, she whispered to her daughter. Thank you for being brave enough to come. For loving me even when I became something terrible. Always, Mama. Always. Adaeze stood, her form now pure light, and turned one final time to the village. Her voice rang clear and powerful. Let this be a warning that echoes through generations. Injustice breeds monsters. Cruelty births curses. But love transcends even death itself. My daughter freed me not with vengeance, but with love. Remember that. Remember what you did. Remember what it cost. And never let it happen again. She looked down at Chioma one last time, smiled, a smile of pure maternal love, and whispered, I'll be watching over you, my heart. Always. The light exploded outward in a wave of warmth and released energy. When it faded, Adaeze was gone. Truly gone. At peace. The curse lifted. Water began flowing in the river. The barrier around the village dissolved. But the scars remained, the dried crops, the twisted bodies of the elders, the haunted eyes of the guilty. Chioma stood in the center of the square, her aunt rushing to embrace her. She looked at Chief Okonkwo, at Ikenna, at all of them. She's gone, the child said, her voice carrying authority beyond her years. But her story isn't. I will tell everyone what you did. What you took from us. And Amuna will forever be known as the village that murdered an innocent woman and paid the price. She turned and walked away, leaving the villagers to their shame and their memories. Years later, people still speak of Amuna in hushed tones. The village that nearly died from its own injustice. Where a mother's love proved stronger than death itself. Where a curse was lifted not by priests or rituals, but by a child's courage and a mother's final peace. Chief Okonkwo lived, but as a broken man who lost everything. Ikenna survived, but never recovered his mind. The elders bore their physical punishments until their deaths. And every child born in Amuna was taught Adaeze's story, a reminder of what happens when communities choose silence over justice, when they turn on the innocent, when they forget that every person has someone who loves them beyond measure. The curse of Adaeze ended. But its lesson, its terrible, beautiful lesson about justice, love, and the price of cruelty, that lived on forever. And sometimes, on quiet nights, people swear they can see two figures at the edge of the forest. A woman and a young girl, hand in hand, walking together at last into the light. Thanks for watching. Kindly like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Lantern Fairy.